Hey guys, how's it going? Just do a little different video tonight. Um, so I was cleaning the shelves with the figures on it. I don't even know, a week ago or so. And unfortunately, this figure from Shin Megami Tensei Persona, it's one of the demons. It fell and it broke. It's a smaller, very small figure, as you can tell. But just the way the base is shaped, it's kind of unstable anyways. Like I don't know if you can tell, but it's just not like super sturdy. So I dropped it quite a ways, about 5.5 feet, and unfortunately it broke. It's obviously one of the wing attachments, and then this is the little tiny piece that broke off. Ooh, sorry, right here. So part of it's still in the wing or the back piece, and then here's the wing where it's supposed to go in, that tiny little slot. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. I am going to show you how I am going to fix this figure that pretty much provides, I think, the most amount of stability you can get with a broken figure like this. This is a really small, cheap plastic piece to begin with. I mean, I don't know if you can see how small this is, but yeah, not the best to begin with. So can't reuse this. I can't just glue this back on. It'll be absolutely useless. So I have another strategy that I use, and I'm going to show you that now. All right, so first off, I've actually done this strategy, whatever it is. I've done it once before. I actually dropped Yukiko from Persona 4. Same type of deal. This is a prize figure, so it's a little smaller. I don't want to say it is cheaper. It's cheaper. That's fine, right? Still a great figure. I don't want to drop any of my figures. I really need to start being careful when I'm moving around, cleaning, working on the shelf. But she had a small plastic peg, and her only foot that is actually attached to the base, the peg just snapped right off. So what I actually did is what I'm going to do with this one. I actually drilled a hole. I had to drill all the way through the bottom of the base, which they have this like nub on the bottom, and up through her leg, trying to keep it as centered as possible so it didn't, like, the drill bit didn't shoot through the sides of her leg or anything. And I use a nail basically as a support, a new peg basically, and filled it with, I use super glue, or not super glue, sorry. I use hot glue. I've tried super glue on figures. It just really doesn't work well. I don't know why, but it doesn't want to bind it. So super glue is globby and it's bigger, and I guess it could be noticeable, but I'd rather have something that's more stable, and it's going to hold the figure back together than just because you might be able to see a little bit. It is still clear when it dries. It doesn't bother me. This one you can't actually tell. I think I did a pretty good job on this foot. I don't think you can really even tell that it was modified. The ankle is slightly more swollen than it was originally, but unless I told you that, I don't think you'd even be able to tell. Fixed it pretty well, so I was happy with that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I do have 3 nail sizes. You always want to use the biggest one possible, just for the support factor. The more support you can provide, the better it's going to be. So I have these 3. Unfortunately, the way I'm looking at it, the wing is, for a small little plastic piece, has a decent amount of weight. So I want to use the biggest one possible, but how much room I have to drill into here, like into the actual wing, is pretty thin. And then the width of the body from where I have to drill into the back to the front is very short. I would say, I don't know, I maybe have 10 to 12 millimeters of space before I start to alter the exterior of the figure. So based on that, I'm going to have to use the smallest of the 3 nails, and hopefully the super glue, hot glue, sorry, will do the rest. So it's this tiny little nail. If you look in comparison to the figure, it's still pretty large. I mean, it's going to stick out a ways, but it's the best I can do. Hopefully I can drill enough into the wing also to fit the whole nail in. Otherwise, I might have to try to clip part of the nail off with wire cutters. That might be kind of tough. But we're going to see here what I can do. So I'm going to get the drill going, all set up, and then we'll get to the next part. Okay, so the drill bit is actually so small that it doesn't fit in my big drill, so I've got this little one out. What you want to do with the drill bit is match it up as close as possible to the same size as the, well, look how great quality that is. As close as possible to whatever you're using as a post. All I have is nails, so that's what I'm using. You don't want to go too big because then the post isn't making contact with the inside of the figure. So it's not going to really provide any support. It's putting all the weight on the glue again, which kind of defeats the purpose. So that's not even in straight. So I'm going to reset that. Oh man. You obviously want the drill bit dead center in the drill, or it's not drilling straight and will be completely useless. So here we go, moment of truth. I am going to drill right in. So the wing lines up pretty straight on with the body. So I'm not angling the drill bit at all. I'm gonna kind of go straight in as possible on both the figure and the wing. And hopefully this works. So I'm gonna put the figure down. You don't want to hold it because your hand's gonna shake. You want it to be as stable as possible. So I'm gonna hold it down flat as I drill the hole. All right, so there it's in. I felt it hit a different density, so something softer. So I'm gonna stop there for now and just see how far we can get the nail in there. So there's the hole I put in the white spot. That is the drill hole. Let's see how far we can get the nail in. Not very far. Okay. So this is as far as it's pushing right now. I should do here. Let me do it this way so you guys can see. That's not going to be far enough because I definitely don't want to drill that far into the wing. I have more space in the body to drill than I do the wing. So I'm going to go back to drilling and just be as careful as possible and try to get in deeper. Oh, yep, just did what I didn't want to do. Just drilled right through the front. I don't know if you can see that. Killed the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna back it back out. It is a now you can see the hole, which sucks. But I guess if I had to choose, I would choose to have the wing in. And I can probably fill that in with a little bit of plaster and gold paint, which is now what I will end up having to do. Nice thing is I have flexibility with how far put the nail in. Okay, so this isn't going ideally, but it's going. So now I'm going to drill the hole into the wing. And this one is even thinner, so I'm going to go slow. God, I can feel it through the sides with my finger. This is nerve-wracking. So I'm going in, it's pretty centered through the middle part. So I'm gonna try to get a little more space. This side also, I'm gonna have the head of the nail, so I'm gonna try to just drill out the diameter just a touch more to try to, I actually want it to still be really tight to use the head of that nail to hold it, but I gotta be able to get it in. Okay, let's see how this goes. Got a pretty decent, it's hard to tell because it already had the little notch in there, but I think it has a little more space. So, now it doesn't want to, it just wants to push the nail through the front. So, hold on. Oh, it's actually pretty close. Okay, so I'm going to drill a touch more, but this is even without glue, how much it's holding it on. So that's pretty good. So far, the worst is obviously that little hole I put in the front. That's going to require some more cosmetic work later on. I'm going to drill out the wing just a touch more so that the tip of the nail is not sticking out the front. So it's actually sticking, as you see, the nail's already sticking in there pretty well. Yeah, it wants to go. Okay, let me just touch this up just a little bit. God, I hope you guys like the sound of drills, because I guess that's the theme for this video. I think that's pretty good. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to put the nail in this side first. It's still pretty tight in there, which is good. Hopefully that's in enough. Then let's put it through here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's even better. So, there we go. I got the wing drilled in enough where I'm happy. I am going to do the final step. So I'm going to actually leave the nail in the wing. I've got a hot glue gun that's been on this whole time, so that the glue's ready. I'm going to be kind of generous with this. Yes, if you look at the back of the figure, you will very clearly see hot glue after this is done. But I don't care about that. I care about, like I said in the beginning of the video, providing the stability for the figure. So I'm going to leave that for a second, and I'm just going to put another glob of glue on the back of the figure to hopefully the nail will carry some of that through as I finish this up here. And then, see, it's already much tighter with the glue on. There's going to be a bunch of little glue splotches in the back. I've got a pair of like little fine tweezers. I'm going to pick a bunch of the glue off later on when it dries. Okay. Yeah, it's that simple, guys. It has to dry a little bit, obviously. And I don't know how much you're going to be able to see on here, but there's like some globs of glue up here, and there's some underneath on the armor. I will clean that up. But it's fixed. So that's, in my opinion, the best way to fix smaller breaks like this with a piece coming off. Nails provide, you know, the kind of support that will help the figure in the long term. It'll help hold that on place. It's kind of like if you break a bone, if you ever hear someone getting like a femur rod or something, it's the same idea. It's a big straight thing of metal they put through the bone to help provide the stability. Same thing with the figure. It just did it on this wing. Yukiko got it on her poor little ankle. So yeah, in my opinion, this way to fix these type of breaks on figures. So I know this is kind of a different video, but I figured since I broke it, I'd take the opportunity to, if anyone didn't know how to do this or never thought of it, this is a good way of doing that. Nails are cheap. You need a hot glue gun. But if you got the supplies, this is a great way to handle that. So yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions about specifically what I did, I know I went kind of fast, I guess. But I tried to explain what I did as best I could, but I'm certainly willing to answer any questions you guys have. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. I have a couple videos that I really wanted to make. It has been absolutely crazy the last couple weeks, but I've been getting a bunch of new subs, which is just absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. We want to dive more into different video games we're playing, having a lot of fun with. Just haven't had time to do it yet, but we're doing that soon. Thank you guys so much for the support. Or if you're just here for this video, I hope it provides you some kind of help if you've got broken figures. And that's really it. You guys have a great night.